afternoon. I am Suzie Kenner with the Devil's Lake Chamber of Commerce, and I was lucky to be invited today to the Rotary Club of Devil's Lake for lunch and a little program. So first of all, I'm going to let everybody introduce yourselves and then say what your involvement is with Rotary.
My name is Bruce Dick, and I'm the current president of Rotary this year.
I'm Nancy London, and I am the club secretary.
Of 20 years. And I'm Nancy Retzlaff, and I'm the club treasurer and past president.
Perfect. So we are standing here inside the Ranch Steakhouse in Devil's Lake. So tell us when you meet as a club.
We meet every Wednesday at noon for lunch, some trivia. We invite high school students to come, and then we always have a speaker from the community or the area that gives us some update on something that's going on.
Okay. I noticed today during the program that the students were introduced and they got to say a little bit about themselves. How do you pick the students that get to come, and are they here for a whole month or just for 1 week?
They are basically chosen through the high school. We partner with the counselor at the high school, Jean Baird,
Okay.
and she works with Ryan Hansen, the principal, and they come up with names that they will ask if students are interested in coming. Generally, there are students who are involved in lots of activities or on the Honor Society, or some of our kids that are really involved. And they come for the whole month, and we usually get about 3 or 4 each month. And then we just ask them, as you saw today, to give us a little bio of themselves the last week that they'll be there, and it's always helpful to kind of get to know them a little bit better by that if folks haven't known them before.
Definitely. I heard bioengineering, nursing, and business, I think were the 3, so good for them.
Yep.
So that's good that you invite the community in a little bit. So I know Rotary is an international club, so can you tell us a little bit about the international portion of Rotary and how it came to Devil's Lake?
Okay, well, I probably have that history most. It was founded in 1905 in Chicago by a businessman named Paul Harris. And he wanted to form a club where businessmen would get together and just promote their communities and serve their communities. And it grew from there, and in 1920, Devil's Lake became a club. So 15 years later, in fact, our 100th anniversary is next April. So we'll be doing some things for that, and that's kind of what it was established for, was just to involve professionals and business people to get involved in their communities. And it's grown to, I believe there's 35,000 clubs in the world and about 1.2 million members.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay. And what is the mission of Rotary on a global scale?
The primary focus that they've had is Polio Plus, which is to eradicate polio from around the world. And I think our latest statistic is 99.9% gone globally. There's only 3 countries left where there's at least some polio left, and we hope to eradicate that yet soon too. But that's been its primary global emphasis.
Okay. How many members do you have here in the Devil's Lake chapter?
65?
I think we're 60. We're either at 65 or we just got a couple new ones, so right around that 65. I think I counted about 15 of us are women and the rest are men. So we still need a little women to even it out, but we have a good variety of professions and ages, and yeah, it's a fun group.
If there's somebody out in the community that isn't a member of Rotary but is looking to find a club or an organization to join, how would they go about doing that?
The best thing would be to, we do have a Facebook page, so they could find us on Devil's Lake Rotary Club, or is it Rotary Club of Devil's Lake? I can never remember. Or they could contact myself. If you want me to give you my phone number, that's fine. It's 662-5641. Or you could call the chamber, and they would be able to hook us up with whoever it is.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
if they are in town and they just want to come for a meeting to see what it's all about,
Sure.
most Wednesdays we're here at the ranch. So
Okay.
they're welcome to come and tell us who they are and why they're here, and we'll buy them lunch. So.
Wonderful. What are the major fundraisers that the local club here in Devils Lake does throughout the year or every year?
Nancy does.
Well, the spaghetti feed is one of them. We've been doing that since 1974. That one, we generally raise a net profit of about $3,500 on one feed, so it'll be about 800 or more people each time we have the feed. It's a good time for the rest of the members to get together as a group and volunteer their time and hours to keep it a good supper. So yeah, that's one of them. And then we have the motorcycle.
And then the motorcycle raffle has been going on. I think this will be our 22nd year. And that is done in conjunction with Devil's Run, or that's when we give the motorcycle away. And that goes to fund not only local projects that we contribute to annually, but to the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, which is our main project right now, and we've been doing that for 6 years. And so that's where I would say the largest chunk of money goes, is to keep that going.
Okay. So speaking of the Dolly Parton Book Club, talk a little bit about the projects, and maybe you can explain a little bit about the Dolly Parton, is it the Dolly Parton Book Club?
It's Dolly Parton Imagination Library. Yep,
That's right.
yep.
I know that because I had a book every month for I think 5
So
years.
she's 5 years old.
Yep.
Yeah, and now she turned 5, so we don't get a book anymore. But going to that mailbox every day was a treat. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, maybe you could talk a little bit about that program as well as some of the other things that the Rotary Club of Devils Lake is involved with or been able to contribute to throughout the years.
Well, Dolly Parton, it's a great program. It's basically providing books to children from birth to 5 years of age. One time a month, it comes in their name, and it's age appropriate when they get them. And we cover all the counties around us: Nelson and Benson and Eddy and I can't remember all the other ones, but we cover quite an area. And like I said, we've been doing that for 6 years, and I think we've provided over 60,000 books, and I want to say we're almost up to about 1,700 children that we've served over those years. And any given month, we're probably right around 765 in the program, because some graduate out and some are entering. So that's that program.
We donate our time to the Rotary track meet. That's gone on for about 80 some years.
The oldest track meet in North Dakota.
Yeah. So all
Since 1921, we've been doing that.
all the members run the events.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
And we
fun.
provide food to everybody, which
Yeah.
makes it a unique track meet that we cook burgers for all the athletes. And
After they run, I
Yeah.
after they run, coaches won't let them eat
High school
beforehand. But
students love free food.
yeah, they love that. So that's
And
another
I think
one.
the reward for us is giving back money locally. So we consider requests primarily from right here in the Lake region, and we help wherever we can. Sometimes we've given to the same entities for years and years. We go, yep, we know that's a good cause, and so that's really what the bottom line is, helping entities right here in the Lake region.
Oh, good.
But we also we partner with Kiwanians and Lions as well. You know, we work at the 4th of July picnic for the community, and that also involves the rural fire department. And then in the summer, we help sponsor the Arts in the Park programs. We each take a month, and Rotary has June, so we provide the entertainment for that. So it's nice to be able to partner with other service groups too in the area. It's nice.
Speaking of that, the Rotary Club, since I don't know when, has been a big part of Devil's Run. You always handle the registration for us at the Chamber of Commerce, and we're very thankful for that. I think 1,000 participants come through to register in about 2 days. So it's nice to have you guys there. So can you talk a little bit about Rotary and what your chamber membership means to your club, and maybe some of the different functions or services that the chamber's been able to provide to the club over the years?
I guess I would see our membership being important because it keeps us in touch with the businesses and professionals in town. The chamber director happens to be a member of Rotary, and so she usually alerts us to when new businesses are starting up where there's been change in membership, manager changes and things in ownerships. and so that we can go and recruit new members. But also just that networking, just being able to have that common connection. And when we all, as businesses and as people who work in different organizations, we understand that the chamber is really the hub of your community, and you need to have that connection with business, or you just, you don't know what's going on. Yeah, you stay in the loop, you don't know what's going on in the area. So I think that's really important that, and again, the Devil's Run, we were able to come and help you guys out for that, with the registration, and so, yeah, I think it's just a really good partnership, yeah.
And I would say on a personal level, I've been in the Lake Region community now for 22 years. It was probably 15 years ago, a friend said, hey, you should be part of this group. I'm like, sure, why? And he says, well, it's the best way to network with businesses in the community and leaders in the community. And he was absolutely right. Like, people that I may know in passing, I've gotten to know on a different level here. And so just the connections and networks we make and how that contributes to, the Lake Region as a whole, and how we network even through the chamber has been helpful to me.
Well, my belly is full from a wonderful lunch, so we'll cut it off there. I appreciate you guys having myself and Tanner here to join in on your club for the day, and best wishes.
Glad you were
Thank you.
here.
Thanks for
Thank you.
coming.